Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, the time has come again. My weekly running vlog where, I tell you about my training, how last week went, but the primary reason of doing this is for you guys to write down everything that you've achieved in the last week. I really want to hear about your runs, whether it's the week total, anything specific that happened, did you do any races, was there any achievement that you want to celebrate and you want to drop in the comments to let me and all our viewers know about. This is that video. That is why I am doing this right now today. I'm just kind of filling out the video by telling you about my runs and to kind of grease the wheels, to get the comments flowing. You know what I'm saying? This week for me has been a busy one, work-wise, and I am still tired. You might remember that I said the same thing last week. Yeah, I've been working a lot. Getting the videos in has been a bit tricky, and I'm feeling kind of fatigued still. Thinking, how do I want to handle this fatigue? Save the comments about resting. I'll rest in my own way. I'll maybe bring it down just a little bit. But doing nothing is not an option, really. That doesn't lead to happiness for me. I don't mind bringing down the volume a little bit, but a complete day off is really out of the question. Am I right? If a day off is out of the question, give this video a thumbs up. Unless, out of the question, unless you've got a race coming up and you're tapering. Then and only then, a day off from physical activity is probably a good idea. But we all need to be moving, at least I do. I get a little antsy when I sit around. Anyway, that went sideways. Okay, so this has been a busy week, bit tired, but been doing a few things. Now, if you're not following me on Instagram, at Matt_B_running for the follow. I generally post on Instagram at least once a day. So that is a good way for you guys to stay up with me, what's going on during the week. Sometimes I'll post little reels. They're usually just running stuff. Sometimes you will catch up with what's been going on in the week if I can't squeeze it into a video. But this week, I took out the Nike Pegasus 38 for the first run. That video will be out in a couple of days, so stay tuned to the channel for that. And honestly, I know I talked about this last week. I think it came the day that I made last week's vlog video, and then it sat on the floor right down here. But I'll tell you more about that in my first run, first impression video of this shoe. Hey, how many of you are vegan or plant-based athletes? Let me know in the comments below. Because Robbie Ballinger, I don't know if you know him. I had no idea who he was until I saw this article. So he recently broke the world record for the number of loops around Central Park. And it's a 10K loop, a 6.1 mile loop, and he knocked it out. Get this, broke the world record, knocked out 16 loops for a total of 100 miles. Now for the mathematically inclined, you are thinking 6.1 times 16, that does not equal 100. And I don't know, that's what the article said. You know what, I will link to the article down below so you can see it, but I'm assuming he made up a little extra distance somewhere along those 100 miles. Anyway, those 100 miles around Central Park were done in just over 18 hours, so that's 100 miles in 18 hours. Pretty good time. And if you've never run in Central Park, it's pretty hilly. There are some hilly sections to Central Park. So an epic effort by a stellar vegan athlete. I love it when vegan athletes make the news. Just gives me a warm feeling. Did order a bunch of clothes from Path Projects this week, so, moving forward, you're going to be seeing me in a lot more Path Projects hats, t-shirts. I mean, I'm always wearing Path Project shorts and the logo really isn't out there, but I really hold that Path Projects make the best running shorts out there, and if you haven't already run in them, definitely encourage you to give them a try. Unfortunately, they don't make shorts for women yet. They're still a fairly new company, and so their range is fairly limited. Right now, it's just for men, but I am sure women's clothing is somewhere down the line. Anyway, Path Projects, no chafing since I've been wearing Path Project shorts. And chafing is probably the worst thing about running. Am I right? I am not wrong. Okay, the time this video is dropping, we have, 9 days of Ramadan left? If you are a Muslim athlete, I want to know how you are dealing with Ramadan. Do you have to move your schedule, or does it just work? I was kind of thinking about it. If you can't eat or drink anything from sunrise to sundown, makes it a bit of a challenge, right? It makes athletics a bit of a challenge, but I know there are untold Muslim athletes out there that are able to do this, and I just want to hear from one of you. So if you are a Muslim athlete, let me know in the comments below. I'm sure we'll all be interested. Absolutely fascinating how you have to mix up your structure. And this next comment is for my running YouTubers out there, or anyone that has a YouTube channel, because I've been getting some comments added to my videos and they're all the same. They're all about Flick Zone. So basically the comment goes something like this. Hey, pro tip, I just watched a boatload of movies on Flick Zone during the pandemic. You should check it out too. Now, I haven't gone to Flick Zone. If you've heard of it, let me know in the comments. And if you have seen these comments, let me know in the comments of my video. Sorry guys, this is a total ramble fest today. Anyway, this week of training, I'm actually pleased with it. Yeah, I'm very, very pleased with it. So let's start off at the beginning of the week. On Monday, I ran 8.4 miles. Very easy. just getting that week going, because on Tuesday I went out, ran 10.1 miles, 6 of those miles were at tempo. So this was probably my biggest effort of the week where I was picking up the pace. And I tell you, I feel good. After a good workout where I'm pushing harder than I usually am, I feel good for the rest of the day, even for the rest of the week. Feels like I've done something to better myself and better my running. Now, listen, a lot of you do your speed work on a regular basis. I know that there are a lot of phenomenal athletes that follow this channel that do a lot more than I do. But if you don't, you can take it from me. I do the bare minimum of speed work, of picking up the pace, and it makes me feel really good. That was Tuesday, so obviously I've already put in the work. For the next couple of days, I need to take it easy. Wednesday was 7.3 miles, followed by Thursday, also 7.3 miles. Just going out, turning those legs over. Now these are all very early morning runs, so they are setting me up for the rest of the day. Friday was a few extra miles, got it up to 10.1. Saturday was the day that I took out the Nike Pegasus 38 for its first run. Knocked out 11 miles that day, but also can't just go out for an easy run when you're testing a new pair of shoes. You have to test them out at all speeds, especially for this first impression video. So I did knock out, I don't know how many it was, 6, 7, 8, 1 minute intervals where I was picking it up to maybe threshold pace, maybe just a tad slower than threshold pace. And spoiler, well, it's not really a spoiler, Pegasus has been around now for 38 years, so it's pretty well known that they perform well at faster speeds and at slower speeds. But even though I just told you that, make sure you watch my first impressions video coming out in a couple of days. And then the last day of the week, 12 miles. It was steamy out there for that run. I was absolutely soaked. I had to stuff my shoes with newspaper. Isn't really surprising, as most of my runs moving forward now, I will be stuffing my shoes with newspaper because I'm just soaked every time I put on a pair of running shoes. I'm probably good for about the first quarter mile, but then it's just whoosh, deluge of sweat. I'm just thinking that I talk about sweating way too much. I recognize it is a very disgusting thing. I've said it before, I'll say it again, nothing worse than a sweaty man. So that makes this week's total 66.3 miles. I'm very happy with that. And of course, as well as my running, I'm also riding the Peloton quite a bit. This week was 139 miles on the Peloton. Overall, solid week. Pretty happy. Let me know how your week went. Listen, as we're moving forward, as we're moving into the summer, a lot of races are going to be coming back. I hope. I know we're getting this resurgence of COVID in different areas of the world. Hopefully we can get those on lockdown and races do start to come back. But I want to know, do you have any races planned? Kelly, if you've made it this far in the video, I did just read your comment. Before I turned on the camera, I read your comment about doing a sky running race over in Scotland. So let me know about that. Chris, that running guy, I know that he just registered for his first race since the beginning of the pandemic, the St. Albans half marathon in the UK. But I want to know about all of you in the comments. Post new running videos at least twice a week. Be kind, be happy, run well. I'll see you in a couple of days.